Welcome back to Dramatic Evaluation. Thank you so much for the subscriptions or subscribing, whatever. So far, there's 15 subs up to this point that I'm recording this video. I'm doing this one a little earlier than my one a week schedule because I want to get a few more videos out. So YouTube thinks I'm a real person and not a bot, because it's a new channel with not very many videos, not much engagement so far. So again, please like and subscribe to these videos. Subscribe to the channel and comment if you could. The comments really are helpful in terms of making YouTube think that I'm a real person. Right now it thinks I'm a bot, and my YouTube videos are not getting out as much as they could be or should be, I think, so far. So again, still learning. This is brand new to me. And hopefully I can continue to grow and learn and get better at this and put out better content for you guys. So again, thank you guys so much. Very much appreciate the support so far. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be going over a top 5-ish kind of video of TV shows. I say top 5-ish because I'm going to sort of give my top 5, and then I'm going to talk about probably like 5 or so more, because it's pretty impossible. When I do a movie one, I'll do a movie, top 5 movies eventually, but that's going to be straight impossible. There are a billion movies and so many good ones, and narrowing it down, I'll definitely do it by genres. This TV one I'm going to do by a couple genres, because lumping comedy in with like drama and horror, thriller stuff, sci-fi, it's kind of impossible and weird to have, that mixed together. So for this one, I'm just going to do a couple genres. For movies, I'll probably do more genres. So I'll probably forget plenty of shows. I kind of just threw this list together as just like, recency bias too, like a lot of like newer stuff that I've seen. There's probably a lot of old stuff that is awesome that I just like, I'm not thinking about. So, if I comment down below if I missed anything that you think is good and that should have been on the list, definitely let me know what your guys' top 5, the shows that you guys like. But wanted to put this out there to give you guys an idea for my channel, what kind of content to expect, what kind of stuff I'm into, and what kind of stuff I'm probably going to be covering. Yeah, I'll probably just talk about each one a little bit as I list them off, not go into super into depth, but just talk about what I like about each one. Here we go. Okay, so first we'll talk about drama, thriller, horror. You'll kind of see over time, maybe even from this video, that I don't really watch a lot of. If it's just straight drama and there's like not stuff going on, come on, there's gotta be stuff going on, man. Like, if it's a really compelling, good story, good writing, good actors, yeah, I will watch drama. I'm all about that. It's fine. It's good. But I'm just not one for like dudes in suits sitting around talking, and that's like all that the show is. Like, it's just so boring, dude. So boring. I don't like to be bored. I like to be entertained. I like to watch. There's so much good stuff out there. I want to watch stuff that's good. Okay? And I don't find boring stuff to be good. I find it to be boring. Okay, shocker. Hot take there. So we'll go, obviously you guys can judge my list here if you want, but this is the kind of stuff that I find to be good and not boring. So number 1, and also not really any particular order, these top 2 probably are my top 2 favorites of all times, but the rest, I don't know, not any particular order, just gonna go through what I like. Lost. Best show of all time. That's right. I said it. Best show of all time. So freaking good. So good. A billion, like, awesome ensemble show. Great actors. Great story. People hate on it for several reasons. One being like, oh, they made it up as they went along. I don't know, man. I think after time, like, they had put together an outline, knew what they wanted to hit. It wasn't just fully made up and winging it the whole time. People hate on the ending. Every time I hear someone hate on the ending and they explain why or what they think it is, they're wrong. In my opinion, they didn't get it. Sorry, you don't like it? It's because you didn't get it, okay? So maybe watch it again and understand what you're watching. So anyway, Lost, number 1. So good. Greatest show of all time. Number 2, The Walking Dead. Love it. Okay, I love horror. I love horror stuff, thriller stuff. Walking Dead is so good. The characters, so good. The story, so good. Rick Grimes, probably my favorite character of anything that's ever existed. The coolest mofo to ever exist. I love that show. I don't know what else to say about it. It's so good. I love zombie stuff. It's one of the best portrayals of zombie stories out there. I think it's I don't know how many times I can just say it's so good, but I'm not going super in depth on these and analyzing anything. I'm just gonna listen off what I like and talking about it briefly. So yeah, Walking Dead, awesome. Number 3, Euphoria. What an incredible show. The acting, all of the actors, out of this world how good they are. The writing, so good. The subject matter, it's pretty gnarly, very heavy. If you don't like nudity, there's definitely some weens. You're gonna see some ween. You're gonna see some other stuff. Definitely a lot of nudity. It's not something to be watching with children around, but so incredible, that show. Just everything about that show, the way it's put together, the way it's presented, it's so like artfully shot. The intention of everything that you see on screen. Oh man, it's so good. Definitely recommend Euphoria. I was super stoked for the show The Idol because it's from the same guy, Sam Levinson, who made Euphoria. Hard trash. Okay? The Idol, no thanks. No thank you. Trash. But Euphoria, so good. Number 4, Stranger Things. Man, I love Stranger Things. I love the music, the 80s vibe, the nostalgia of that. I was born in the 80s. So, I was a very little kid in the 80s, but growing up in the 90s, it's kind of like pretty similar-ish vibe and technology and all that stuff, similar to the 80s. And it's just awesome. Even if you weren't born in that time, I know there's plenty of young people that were born, after 2000 who like Stranger Things and that vibe because it's just rad. It just is. Super cool, like sci-fi and like mystery and so epic. Like you watch some of the like culmination of events that happen in like season 3 and season 4. Like, oh my god, like so epic. So Stranger Things, rad. And number 5, Breaking Bad. That's an all-time, so good. The acting, the writing, the just one thing after another, like what's going to happen next, ending episodes on like a crazy, like, whoa, and then like needing to know what happens next to like, you can binge the crap out of that show. So high quality. And insanely, after loving that show so much, and the follow-up movie, El Camino, so good. Just a direct continuation after if you like Breaking Bad and you haven't watched El Camino, what are you doing? It's essentially part of the show. It's like the finale episode of it, basically. You need to watch that. That being said, I have not watched Better Call Saul, which is a spin-off. It's on my list. I'll watch that one day, but there's a billion things to watch, and it's impossible to watch everything. So yeah, Breaking Bad, so good. So that's my kind of top 5 that I could think of and come up with. Definitely want to throw out some honorable mentions here. Alice in Borderland. It's a Japanese show. It's on Netflix. Dude, so good. I love it. It's crazy mystery of like what's going on in this place that they're at, and these games they're having to play, and they're trying to survive, and everyone's like dying. I love the threat of death. Gotta have people dying, man. Like The Walking Dead, the whole thing of like, oh, like they had a big character death. Like that's like one of the best parts of that is like, oh, they killed this one character. Like you gotta have people dying. So when you're watching a boring show, people sitting around in button-up suits talking about stuff, no one's dying. I don't care. No one's dead. No one died. Okay, I don't care about it. So Alice in Borderland, awesome show. Game of Thrones, obviously very similar with the threat of death that I was just talking about. Super good actors, characters, story. Game of Thrones, very popular show. Very awesome show. Ozark, show on Netflix. Jason Bateman, The Man. I love that show. Super good, pretty dark, pretty heavy, but one where you're kind of similar to Breaking Bad. It's similar tone and vibe of Breaking Bad, but like you're just kind of like wanting to see what happens next. Like, how's he going to get out of this? What's going to happen here? It just escalates. Super good. And again, of course, super good actors, excellent writing and directing and everything. Bates Motel, awesome. Loved that show. Sweet Tooth, recently watched on Netflix. Very good. Did not expect that to be as good as it was. I loved that show. It was awesome. Highly recommend it. Kingdom, the Korean kind of zombie-ish show, not Kingdom, the MMA show with maybe there's like a Jonas brother in that show. Not that one. The Korean zombie show on Netflix called Kingdom, and they had a movie as well. And then sadly, I don't think they're doing a third season. That sucks because that show was awesome. And then the Haunting shows, the Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, and especially Midnight Mass. Super good. Love those horror shows. Mike Flanagan, I want to say, is the guy who made those. Very solid. Definitely recommend those, especially Midnight Mass. Really cool story. And again, just cool actors, good actors, and just a lot of fun to watch. There's a million more, could go on forever. So many good shows, but those are kind of top of mind, solid, awesome shows that I really love and definitely highly recommend. Okay, let's talk about comedy now. Top 5 comedy. Again, same thing. Go for the top 5, and then there's definitely a few more that I want to touch on that I think are hilarious, great shows. So, and in no order really for this one. I don't know. There's so much rewatch value with comedy shows that I've rewatched some of these shows I'm about to talk about like 1,000 times. 1,000 times. So I could put any one of these on any time and love it. And I don't know what order they'd go in. So I'll just start here. Number 1, Community. So good. So funny. Not an average kind of dumb comedies. A little there's some smarter jokes in there, some hilarious recurrent things. Super good. Definitely takes a lot. I feel like most comedies are like this, but this one for sure takes a little bit to get going and find its footing and figure out what it's about. And then by the time you get into like season 2 and beyond, it knows what it's doing and it's getting after it, and it's so good. It's so funny. Number 2, The Office. Obviously, I feel like that's probably most people's top, comedy show. It's very popular, very good, and for a reason. Michael Scott, Steve Carell is hilarious. I said earlier, Rick Grimes, one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite of shows and stuff. Michael Scott, my favorite, and the funniest character ever of all time. The funniest. So good. So good. The British version's pretty good too, but the American one with Steve Carell, so funny. Parks and Recreation, solid. Kind of the almost felt like a spin-off of The Office. Obviously different. It has differences, but a similar vibe of a kind of office-ish setting. And ensemble cast, hilarious characters, hilarious actors. Very well done, very good. Had a nice long run. Number 4, The Last Man on Earth. Dude, I've watched the first season and was kind of like, oh, whatever. And then like a few years later, watched all the rest, and that show is so good because it's like got a compelling story that you're kind of like wanting to find out what happens next, especially once it finds its footing and gets into it in like season 2 and beyond. But like the jokes and like the way of like speaking, like the dialect, the word choices the character has, like the main character has, and then spreads it to everybody else. Like that show is so good. I love it. I've watched it a billion times. It's like a comfort show that I'll put on. It's very good. Highly recommend. Super hilarious. Will Forte is so funny. MacGruber, also very funny. I forgot about that one until just now. And then It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Come on. So good. So good. All-timer. What are they up to? Like 15 seasons now? Going on 16 maybe coming up. Hilarious. Excellent show. Starts out the gate super funny and just gets better and better as they just hone in on who these characters are. The rage of Dennis, I love so much and can relate to that character. Oh man, dude, that show is so good. Yeah, can't say enough good things about that one. And then some honorable mentions here on the note of It's Always Sunny. Mythic Quest. It's Mac and Rickety Cricket from It's Always Sunny. I think Charlie co-writes or produces the show too. That show is really solid. The Rehearsal and Nathan For You. I wanted these in the top 5, but or at least probably Nathan For You in the top 5, but just couldn't squeeze it in with those other 5. But those show Nathan Fielder is a genius. If you don't know who that is, check out one of these 2 shows, either one, but probably start with Nathan For You. So good. It's like kind of the real life vibe of like Borat, like that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess it is. It's kind of like that. Like he does stuff with like real people. But he is just like what he puts together and the way that it's all orchestrated, and then just the underlying sort of like storyline with like his character and the way that it develops through the seasons is incredibly interesting and well done, well executed. And that dude is so intelligent and so hilarious and so awesome. Pen 15, super funny. 2 girls who are I think they're somewhere in their 30s, but they're playing themselves as like teenagers or like in junior high. So like they're like old, but like all the other actors are like kids, like of that age. It's pretty hilarious, and it's pretty funny how they skirt around like, you know, like teen romance stuff, because it'd be pretty weird to have these actors like kiss or things like that. So it's super funny how they deal with all that stuff, and it's just a funny concept, and the actors are awesome. It's very, very well done, very funny show. And then the last 1 or 2, Afterlife and Derek, Ricky Gervais shows. Those 2, especially Afterlife, those 2, like Ricky Gervais is a genius as well. Does a very awesome job of like bringing, you know, like a heartwarming vibe to the like mixing comedy with like heartwarming, like just feel good drama as well. And both of those shows knock it out of the park with that. Very good. Definitely recommend those. And again, I'm probably forgetting 1,000 shows. There are so many good shows out there. These are just ones that I could think of, putting these lists together and just giving you a sense of kind of the kind of stuff that I like and respond to, and the type of stuff that I might talk about. I don't know that I would review or talk about any of these specifically, because they're kind of have come and gone. But maybe a couple of them are still on live. Alice in Borderland's coming back for season 3, hopefully soon, because I cannot wait for that to come out. So yeah, we'll see if I talk about these. But yeah, like I said, just want to give you a sense of what I like, and see what we can expect from the channel going forward. So, you know, like I said, please subscribe, please like the videos, and please comment on the videos so that YouTube knows that I'm a real person and not a bot. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Until next time.